Welcome guys to an episode of Skywars. It's been too long since I've said those words, but I'm back now, at least for the moment, hopefully for a while. School has just kind of been a lot lately. This is the exact same guy who jumped me before, but last time he beat me up, and this time I completely obliterated him, so hopefully the rest of this game goes exactly like that fight just did. But anyways, so today in school we had it. Okay, well, looks like the rest of the game is not going like that. It's actually going like how that guy ended up. The guy just beat up, except for me. So yeah. So today we had our state standard testing. You know, I think pretty much like all states have that. I'm not gonna reveal the name of the test because then it would reveal like generally where I live, and I don't want like a bunch of people just showing up at my house, or if like randomly I get like canceled or something, there's just a bunch of like FBI agents being like, yeah, so you're actually like done for, buddy. You know, that wouldn't exactly be ideal. But anyways, for me, I had my English 2 testing thing, and it was incredibly easy. My state has one of the lowest like education levels out of any state. We actually have a pretty good like top like 0.1%, but we have a pretty terrible, you know, average as education goes. So the state standard tests have incredibly low standards, and I go to a pretty well educated school. I mean, we're not like the best or anything, but like, you know, it's a pretty decent school. So, you know, it's never that hard. But, I'm not gonna reveal any of the specific details of the test, because I think if I did that, then, the state of... I can't say what state I live in. That would have been counterintuitive to my point before, but the state of
Fortnite
is gonna, like, pull up to my front door and be like, yeah, hand over your college, like, diploma. You're out of here. You're never going to college anymore, bro. You're all your grades, no, they're getting zeroed out, dude. You can't just leak the test like that for like the people who didn't take it, who I don't even know. So yeah, I could just teleport over here with this ender pearl and fight this guy. He does have more stuff than I do, so that would probably be not the smartest. Oh, well, he wants me to go over there, so I think I'm actually not gonna go over there. You see, after taking the test, you usually, you know, you have a lot of free time for all the people who are like, wait a second, let me check my answers a fourth time, okay? Okay, what if it's wrong? I just gotta make sure that I answered these questions right. And anyways, so I was just reading for like 2 hours, and the book I was reading was The Art of War. I'm sure you guys have probably heard of it, and I'm sure that maybe 2 of you guys have actually read it. But basically, you know, everyone's like, oh, The Art of War, that's like the hardest book ever. And I'm like, this is just a normal English class book club book. This is like about as hard as the books we were reading in 8th grade, bro. What do you mean it's hard? I mean, it requires a lot of like deep thinking, because you have to consider like the words being written, and it's like, so okay, exactly what does this mean? And you have to like analyze it, so I guess that's why it's hard. And there's a lot of like, you know, complicated language, but like, it's really, you know, there's only a certain degree of difficulty that books can really go to. You get to this point where you kind of just know the English language, and it's like, yeah, you can't really make like a harder form of literature. I mean, you can just have worse books that are just like poorly written, but that's not like harder. That's just bad writing, which I feel like sometimes kind of happens. It's like, oh yeah, analyze this book is really hard, and it's like, okay, and you read it, and it's like, this book isn't hard, this is just a bad book. Like, someone just didn't understand how to write books. Like, what do you mean? Probably, maybe I'm just like not understanding, but I mean, it feels that way. So anyways, so now I know the tactical stratagems of warfare. Like, I know this guy has a better PvP skill than me, but I outgear him in armor and in apparently golden apples. I didn't actually know that, and so that's why I started losing the fight, because, you know, the part of Sun Tzu's tactics is, if you know your enemy and you know yourself, you need not fear the result of 1,000 battles. Except the lesser known second part of that is, if you know yourself but not your enemy, you will, like, lose every battle for each one you win. I'm pretty sure I said that backwards, but nobody cares. No one's even read the book here. That nobody knows if I did. See, this guy outgears me. But the thing is, I think I'm a slightly better PvPer than him. And therefore, I somehow beat him in one hit. I swear he was at like 5 hearts. I don't really know how that happened. Maybe he just, like, his Wi-Fi just disconnected right at that moment. But see, this is tactical strategies here. You gotta learn from them. And I was kind of like wondering as I started to read The Art of War, like, how can, like, one man 2,000 years ago create a bunch of principles of war that are still relevant today after warfare has changed completely? I mean, like, you know, back whenever Sun Tzu was alive, I think it was in, like, around 200 BC. Don't quote me on that, because it's probably not exactly right, but, you know, it was a long time ago, okay? And, you know, back then they're using bows as their most powerful, like, long-range weapon. Nowadays, we have guns, bro. We have snipers that can shoot from so far away. Warfare has changed completely, and yet the principles still hold. I'm like, what? How does this work? And it's because, well, they're all principles, you know? It's like, none of it's actually telling you, like, oh, well, if... So guys, I just want to say, I'm really good at this game, okay? You gotta believe me. I've played this game for, like, 10 years, okay? I know it doesn't look good. I did not know the terrain. That was another part of the book. You have to know the grounds. I did not know the grounds. I don't even know what that was. I thought I had stopped moving, and I had not stopped moving. I actually was continuing to move, and I was continuing to move directly in the void. And I died, just like that guy. That was like me, except I hit him into the void. Meanwhile, he was knocked into the void by me. So, you know. But anyways, back to the Sun Tzu thing. It was all... Oh my gosh, I almost did the same thing again. It was all about, you know, principles and stuff. Things that could be applied no matter what warfare you're fighting. Whether it be, like, guns or whether it be, like, diamond swords in Minecraft. It's pretty interesting and stuff. You know, I'm not actually that into, like, warfare and all that stuff, but I still thought, you know, it was a good book. I haven't actually finished it yet. I'm kind of acting as if I already had, but I still have, like, 20 or so pages. It's actually a really short book. I think I have the compact version. I didn't really know that, because there's, like, 45 quadrillion, not really, but there's a lot of different, like, translations and stuff into English, so, you know, it's kind of hard to be like, which one's the right one? So, I kind of just have one of them, and so, you know, maybe the book's actually an extra, like, 200 pages, but mine's only, like, 120 pages, I think. Wait, that's not math. I think it's only, like, 100. I haven't actually checked the page count, but I'm at, like, page 80, and it looks like I have about 20 pages left. This guy is trying to be an archer, but you see, the thing about being an archer... What the heck was that? Now he's just being a hacker. Whoa, 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 what was that? See, the thing about being an archer in this game is that bows do, like, 1 heart of damage. You have to hit 10 shots. Meanwhile, okay. That was a really good clutch. That was another really good clutch. I'm gonna run away, okay? You guys keep hitting F5. Yeah, you guys are not gonna bully me. No, 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 no. Oh my gosh. Dude, that was so stressful. I thought for sure I was dead. That was an insane clutch. I just did that twice. You see, this is not the tactical stratagem. I did not know myself, nor did I know my enemy. I also don't know this guy. This guy is the same guy I think I fought before, and I think I lost. How does he do so much damage? He just did like 2.5 hearts in one hit at one point there. Alright, I need to calm down, actually. So, part of the reason I haven't been uploading is because I've just had so much schoolwork. And it's not like I have schoolwork all of the time. I just feel so incredibly demotivated whenever I'm done that I just am like, no, I can't upload Minecraft videos. I don't care that if I keep uploading, it could be a job and I could actually, like, you know, make money. I don't care. I can't do it. I didn't, so I just, like, sit there playing, like, on a Minecraft world or with my friends or just, like, doing nothing, basically, because I just have to, like, relax, bro. School is so incredibly stressful. Everybody's like, oh, school's easy, and I'm like, yeah, school's easy, except it's also, I just make it hard because it's easy. You know, most people are like, nah, I don't really care if I get like a, you know, 80, you know, that's still a B, whatever. If I can study for 5 minutes and get a, you know, a 90 on a test versus if I can study for like 2 hours and get 100, I'm choosing the 5 minutes any day, and I'm like, give me my 10 points. And I hate that decision kind of sometimes, but, you know, this is valedictorian mindset. Not that I'm the valedictorian, because our school system has this, like, really dumb but actually really smart, I'm just calling it dumb because it's very annoying for me, way of, you know, tracking GPAs. So at most schools, or I don't actually know if it's most schools nowadays, but how they used to do it, you know, is 90 or maybe a 93 to 100, you got a 4 in that class. And then you just add them up, and that's your grade. And now, for me, it's like, oh, okay, for one, everything's on a 5.0 instead of a 4.0, which, like, my parents are like, oh, that's so confusing. And I'm like, it's literally the same thing. They just start with the 5 instead of a 4, but whatever. But, you know, it's not like every 10 points matter, and it's the letter grades that have the big impact. For us, it's every grade point matters. So a 99 is a 4.9 in an like on level class, and a 5.0, or in a 100 is a 5.0. So each, like, grade point is worth one or 0.1 GPA points. And then also, this is a thing that was, you know, back in before whatever, we have like advanced classes and advanced class. I didn't. Whoa, 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 whoa. That is the slowest TNT ever. But since when was there TNT in Skywars? I don't remember that. No one told me there was TNT in Skywars. Also, since when is everybody incredibly good at Skywars, bro? I thought the average Skywars player, like, downloaded Minecraft yesterday. Well, clearly this guy did. I mean, he literally just died of fall damage. But don't mention the fact how I just died of jumping in the void on my own accord. That didn't happen, actually. That was a trick of the cards. I don't know. So I completely lost my train of thought when I was talking about the guy who died, and I now don't know what I was gonna say. So we're gonna bridge over here. I should have paid more attention to the fact that that guy was hiding behind that block. I lost my train of thought. So I'm just gonna do this. And very smooth outro. That was an episode of Skywars. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'm actually desperate for subscribers, bro. I haven't uploaded for 2 months, and 5 of my subscribers were like, nah, I hate you now. I'm gonna unsubscribe. So now I lost like 5 subs. please, I need money. Not really. I don't need money. I'm like a 16-year-old. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Subscribe. Bye.